Alright, y'all. I'm back again. Again and again and again. Who gives a fuck? But like I was saying on my last video, God raised warriors, not soldiers. See, people always be scared. God cannot use you if you're afraid. Nah. That's why he said come to him childlike. When I step outside that door, I be childlike to the Most High God. I do. I be like real childlike. And I don't be knowing what God has for me. I just step out when he tell me to. You know, like I met this older Caucasian lady at the store. And I went to go get some salt. I was trying to find some cayenne pepper and shit like that. But I couldn't find it, and she told me when I was leaving up, I want to go get some BLKs. I gotta put that shit down. When I went to go get the BLKs, and I showed her where to get it at. She say, you good at directions? I said, yes, ma'am. All you gotta do is follow my lead. And she asked me for my date of birth. Then they looked up at me, because she thought I said 1981 when I said 1989. She looked at me, she said, you look young for your age. I said, I know. I said, it's God. And she said, you want to purchase, some Pringle chips for some churn. I say, sure, why not? She say, you want it? I say, nah, I'm just, for the kids. So I paid for all that and all that. She say, you want me to get it to you or donate it to the church? I said, no, you donate it to them people. Now, eat that shit, And she looked at me, she made a joke, and, she was smiling and stuff. See, people got to realize, they got some elderly people that, they so young at heart. They've been through so much until they run into somebody like me. Like, wow, like, what do they see? And people look at I'm going to tell y'all a secret. I don't hang out with nobody my age, and I'm 36. You heard me? I hang out with people that's older, because I like to get the 411 on their life and stuff like that. But when they meet me and stuff like that, it's just like that childlike come up out of them. You hear me? And they look at me, they be like, it's something about you. I know it is. My job is to, bring the best out you. You feel me? So to all the people, go to God.